sometimes you have a little blemish and you want to cover it up, and not all the time you want to be wearing them pimple stickers either. So the fact that this works and it looks good, it looks natural. Thank you so much for tuning into Real Divyne. In today's video, we will be reviewing Fenty Beauty's Skin Tint in the color 16. If you think that this could be your shade, possibly this video can help you. I hope that it does. I hope you can figure out what type of application you would like, whether it be the brush, the sponge, or your fingers. I will tell you right now, this is a great everyday kind of use. If you just going out to the mall or you're going out to eat, this is a great product to use when you want to blur out any imperfections that you have. And oh my gosh, I'm spoiling the review. I'm saying everything now before we even get into things. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into this episode. Alright you guys, so now we are up and close and I said that we're up and close and I'm gonna try this again. Alright you guys, now we are up close and personal. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my Fenty primer. I love this primer. It's soft matte, it's great for my combination skin. It doesn't leave me feeling dry at all. Just feels good. Now we are gonna go in with the skin tint, and my unprepared ass did not even wet my beauty blender, so I'm gonna go wet my beauty blender because I'm trying to decide. This side I'm going to use the brush, and on this side I'm going to use the beauty blender. Alright, so now my beauty blender is nice and damp the way it should be. I'm gonna go ahead and do the brush first. I don't know, just because. So it said to begin by shaking. Shake it up nice and good. Hopefully I remember that as I use it on the everyday, because I always forget to freaking shake drinks. Like when you're supposed to shake orange juice and other little juice craps, I always forget to shake crap. So I don't even know if I'll remember to do that. You guys can't see. I just applied a little dot right here. I'll build it up as I need it. I don't want to put in too much, but now we're gonna start with it. And now I can blend. Ooh, this looks really good. And it doesn't look like heavy at all. I'm liking the brush application right here. It looks like my skin, but just better. I'm gonna add a tiny little dab on my hand again, just so I can get my forehead a bit and my nose. It looks great. Before I head in with the beauty blender, I just want to show you guys the difference between the left side of my face and the right side, just so you can see how the coverage is. This is only one layer, and I honestly just want to do one layer because I want it to look really natural. Yeah, but so far I'm honestly loving this. It looks like the skin on my face just better. It doesn't look like foundation. It doesn't look super apparent that you're wearing anything on your face. Now I am going to go in with the Beauty Blender, which I'm excited about. I just bought a brand new one. I had one before, tossed it, and just got a new one. So let me get the skin tint again and put it at the same spot as before. And I want to make sure I'm showing you guys everything that I'm doing. And I'll just add more if I need it, but I don't have any more on the back of my hand, so that's all it's gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this in. I definitely see there is more coverage with the brush as usual, but they both look so natural either way, whether you do more coverage or less coverage by using the sponge, because as you know, the sponge does soak up some product, but this looks super natural. Like, even though I only used one layer for both of them, the sponge looks like one layer and using the brush looks like 2 layers, because the brush gives more coverage on the face. But this looks so natural. Just like before, I'm just gonna add a little bit more around my nose and my forehead. I'm trying to think on a normal day if I wasn't to use my fingers, because I usually like to use a little application tool because the freaking product gets under the nails even though you can just wash it. But I like using something and then just putting a product on the back of my hand. But on a normal day, would I use the sponge or would I use the brush? Well, more like, will I use the sponge or will I use the brush? Because I did the brush on this side and the sponge on this side. I would say, depending on, I would probably do the brush. I don't, because it still looks natural, but it just a little more coverage with using the same amount of product. Because obviously this is like an everyday product, which I love, and you don't want to use it up super quickly, and to have just a tiny bit more coverage by the way you apply it, it's a big deal to me. So I like both though, because sometimes you do just want to look super natural but a little blurred. I would go with the brush though, definitely. For the spottingness or whatever, my dark spots, I'm going to go ahead and use Fenty Beauty's concealer that is also in the same shade that was recommended for the tinted moisturizer. I'm using 370, and under 370 it said that I will be a 16. So I'm just using the same one, so hopefully like it'll still look natural. Perfect. I'll probably add just a little bit more. And these Doja Cat brushes are so cute, you guys. Wow. I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape for my under eyes, because I would use hers, but hers is medium to full and you just gotta keep packing on. I just want to go in with the full, so I'm already covered, you know. Alright, you guys, this is what my face looks like after the concealer, and honestly, so far I'm loving it. It looks super natural. I love it so far. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, you know, with blush, highlighter, mascara, just do all of that. So I will be right back. Alright, you guys, I just finished going in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I am loving this natural look right now. I think it looks great whether you do the brush or the beauty blender. Either way, you're gonna look really nice and a little blurred, because my skin looks better, and you know I have a dark spot here, you guys seen it, and some like freckles up here, some blemishes up here. This, I love this stuff. I love this Eaze drop tint. I will definitely be using this as an everyday type of thing if I go out to eat or something, and for my foundations, use that for my videos. But this will definitely be on reserve for specifically stuff like that, because sometimes you have a little blemish and you want to cover it up, and not all the time you want to be wearing them pimple stickers either. So the fact that this works and it looks good, it looks natural, I don't feel like about it at all. I'm loving it. I really am. I love it so much. I definitely will be using it a lot. I will. But that is about it, you guys. I just really wanted to help, whether you wanted to help you guys with what shade you wanted to pick. Hopefully, if this shade looks like it'll work for you, you'll pick this one, or if you find a shade that really works for you, you'll pick that one instead. And also about the application, whether you want to use your hands. I didn't use my hands today, but I know there will be some days when I do use my hand, and I'm sure the hand will be like almost on the side of how the sponge is. Whether you want to use your hand, sponge, or brush, you will get great application with this. All in all, you can't go wrong with this product, especially if you're not a huge fan of full coverage. You can still have the no makeup look. Like, you're literally, it's just like a moisturizer, and my face does not feel dry at all. It feels fine. What are you waiting for? Your next paycheck, if you have a little bit left over after all the mother effing bills, go ahead and get it, because it is worth it. So that is all today, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into Real Divyne. I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day, because you guys are all beautiful people.